What if I told you that I think that Cory Lingo may have dropped the best melodic album of 2025 and maybe has revived the plug and B sound? What's good, y'all? It's your boy, DJ, Mudge, whatever you want to call me. I definitely feel like these past couple of years that the rave sound has taken over the SoundCloud scene. And that definitely means that the plug and B and most of the melodic sound / artists kind of died out for a bit. Even the pioneers of the subgenre, such as Summers, Can, and Lil Shine, don't make much of it anymore. Even though we got Autumn creating One Way 3. So yeah, there are still definitely artists who are trying to keep this sound alive though, even ones with bigger names such as Glock 40 Spaz, Nino Paid, Prada Bag Shawty, Teo, and the one and only Cory Lingo. Some of you may have clicked this video because you guys already know who Cory Lingo is and his music history. But for the ones that don't, let me give you a brief overview of who Cory Lingo is. Cory Lingo is an artist from the Atlanta era who's widely known for being the originator of the plug and B subgenre. He's worked with tons of artists and producers such as Zen Gang, Mexico Dro, D Savage, Uno the Activist, and the late Fredo Santana. He's also featured on songs with artists who also are known for their plug and B sounds such as Lil Shine and Jesser. Choose Up by Cory Lingo and Lil Shine off the Losing Myself tape might be one of the greatest plug and B songs ever, honestly. And the single created by Cory Lingo and Jesser called Heart may be one of my favorite melodic songs as well. I'm kind of sad that the plug and B sound isn't as popular as it was during the 2021 and 2020 prime, but throughout this year, Cory Lingo did drop teasers on his Instagram and Twitter pages showing that he was going to drop a project this year. He teased amazing songs that got him more traction such as Gotta Be Love, Phases, and the one that brought him the most attention, Cold Sweats. After quite a while wait, a 5-track short EP called Go Where From Here, and tons of teasers and hype for it online, Cory Lingo finally dropped his sophomore album called Safe to Say. And when I tell you this is actually one of the best and most angelic, beautiful albums that the underground has seen, bruh, I mean that. Cory Lingo's 13-track album called Safe to Say includes many genres such as R&B, pop, punk, plug and B, new jack swing, math rock, country pop, etc. He even acknowledged himself on how versatile he is, yet people still try to say that he's repetitive. In no way do I think that Safe to Say by Cory Lingo is repetitive in any way, shape, or form. I love how he mixes tons of different influences and genres in this one project, all being melodic. You can definitely hear a lot of the influences behind this album, such as early 2000s Chris Brown, popular boy group nsync, with a mixture of Bobby Brown and New Edition. I don't know why either, but when I'm listening to tracks off this album such as 100 Miles and Sweatshirt, it gives me a feeling as if I'm listening to a soundtrack off an original Disney film such as Camp Rock, or even films such as Let It Shine, Teen Beach Movie, and Lemonade Mouth. If you haven't listened to 100 Miles by Cory Lingo, bro, please go listen to that track. Other than that, I really love how he uses his high-pitched vocals, and not only that, he stacks them on top of each other, creating this angelic sound. Even though Cory Lingo is only sitting at 21,000 monthly listeners on Spotify, I'm a firm believer that Cory Lingo could make it to the mainstream with this sound and maybe even get a placement on a Disney film. If your boy Professor Mudge had to grade this project, I'm gonna have to give Safe to Say a 92%. I feel like this album is something we don't come across very often in the midst of all this rage music coming out. And don't get me wrong, I absolutely love the rage scene and most of the music that's coming out from it. I just feel like sometimes it gets more repetitive as the days go on. I feel like for newer artists that are trying to get in the rage scene, it makes it almost impossible. But I do love that the new faces of the scene as well are still making melodic music such as Dev Stacks, Nine Vicious, Rex V2, and Skatester, or Skate Star. I don't know which one, my bad. But back to Cory Lingo, he even had a Pitchfork article made on him talking about his track off the Safe to Say album called New Jack Story. The article written by senior writer Alfonso Pierre says that the track made him bob in his seat while listening to it in the car, saying that the 30-year-old New Jack swing style was an interesting choice to do as a song track, claiming that it's very risky, but Cory Lingo did create a hit out of it. Zen Gang was the one who produced New Jack Story and is widely known for creating a lot of plug and B tracks. I love how they decided to go back in time a little bit and wanted to do a style that isn't as popular anymore and seeing how the people react. And growing up in a black household, my mom would honestly constantly play R&B artists including Chris Brown and old school 90s and 80s R&B artists such as Bobby Brown too. I remember being in the backseat playing artists like Neo, Whitney Houston, tons of 2000s R&B, and honestly that's what makes me love melodic music so much because I grew up on it. And I feel like Cory Lingo brings that vibe back here in 2025, and I think he deserves has way more eyes than anybody in the scene right now. Working with amazing artists, and I feel like Cory Lingo's been doing this for such a long time. It's definitely for his time to come up. Cory Lingo is also collaborating with an artist that some of you may know that goes by Hey Guapo. The song track is called Spend It With You, and I feel like a lot of you guys should go check it out when it goes released. Other than that, I really do appreciate y'all for watching all the way to the end of the video. I hope y'all have a real blessed day. And one last thing before I go stream Safe to Say by Cory Lingo. 721 on top. Bleh.